Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am your girl, Molinda Jae, and I'm here to talk about a 6-year-old discharging a firearm to his teacher in Virginia. Okay, I am getting this information from cbsnews.com. So let's go ahead and get into. Okay, it says here Virginia. I'm going to reword a lot of things because of YouTube's guidelines, but bear with me, okay? Virginia teacher says the 6-year-old had discharged a firearm, has been identified. The teacher has been identified, not the 6-year-old, because he is a minor, described as a dedicated and hardworking teacher. So it says within the article, Richmond, Virginia, the Virginia teacher whose authority says was targeted by a 6-year-old student and is known as a hardworking educator who was devoted to her students and enthusiastic about the profession that runs in her family, according to fellow teachers and city officials. John Ellie III, a former member of the Newport News School Board, identified the first grade teacher as Abby Zeriner, who is 25. Zeriner was shot Friday. Oh gosh. She was targeted Friday at Richmond or Rich Neck Elementary School, authorities said. And I'm just going to call her Abby because her last name, I don't know exactly how it's pronounced, and I don't want to butcher names, okay? Shortly after the banging, police said Abby had life-threatening injuries, but also listed in stable condition, according to a statement issued Saturday by George Parker III, the Newport School superintendent. Ellie and other officials met with teachers and the principal at the school Friday and later went to the hospital where they met with members of Abby's family, including several aunts who are teachers. And the family, who are all educators, said she was excited about doing the job, said Ellie, who was recently elected the Newport News City Council. The custodians and other teachers spoke about how she's a good teammate, she's a team player, she loves her children, and she's just an all-around good teacher. And in this image here is just a picture of the school and the police taping hanging from a post sign in regards to the banging that happened on the 7th of January. All right. So I believe that was, today's the 9th, 8th, 7th. So it happened on the 7th? So it happened Saturday? Gonna have to check my dates. Hold on. It happened on Saturday or Friday? Let me look. Hold on. Let me do a quick look. Yeah, the 7th is a Saturday. So they have school on Saturdays? Okay. All right. Furthermore, on to the article. Cindy Hurst said her granddaughter, who is 8, is still rattled by the shooting. She was in Miss Abby's class last year and told her grandmother that she's a great teacher. I just hate that this happened, Hurst told the Virginian Pilot. But life as we know it may not ever be the same. I don't know. A rally Sunday of supporters of measures to the curb firearm violence. LaWanda Sample Rusk, a grandparent of 2 children at the school, told CBS Norfolk, Virginia affiliate WTKR-TV she was at the school at the day of the shooting and jumped into action when Miss Abby was shot or was, targeted. Okay. She said, Miss Abby had told the grandparent, who is Miss Samper Rusk, she told her, I am wounded. Call 911, said Russ said. We only thought it was somewhere on her hand, but after looking further, she passed out on the floor. And then after looking further, it was another firearm wound or bullet wound per se. Russ said that she didn't perform CPR. She did apply pressure to Miss Abby's wound. This all happened in the school office before the first responders were able to get to Miss Abby. I didn't know what to do. I'm not a medic. I didn't know what to do. It was just instinct, said Miss Rusk. And we have to thank Miss Rusk for allowing her instincts to do what she could do at that moment, even though she was not a medic, not a professional, didn't know any CPR. She did, however, apply pressure to her wounds so she can be able to be stabilized enough so she can make it to the hospital, and that way the doctors could be able to treat her as necessary. Okay, and then this image is basically the front of the school and the parents surrounding, waiting for any news, any updates in regards to her their children. Okay, so it says a teacher was injured in a banging January 6th. So okay, so it happened Friday. All right, because I'm like, they had school on Saturday. I know that's horrible, but anyways. Furthermore, into our article, it says Miss Abby, who is the teacher, attended James Madison University, graduated in 2019 with a bachelor's degree in interdisciplinary liberal studies and minors in elementary education and music. She graduated from JMU's College of Education in 2020 with a master's degree in education. JMU President Jonathan Alger offered a message of support for Miss Abby and her family, friends, and fellow teachers, students, and their families. JMU is prepared to support those impacted by this incident now is in the weeks to come, Mr. Alger tweeted Saturday. Also, Police Chief Steve Drew said the boy targeted and wounded the teacher with a firearm in the first grade classroom. He was later taken to police custody. Drew said the banging was not accidental, it was part of an altercation. No students were injured. Police have decided to describe what led to the altercation or any other details about what happened in the classroom. Citing is the ongoing investigation. They had also declined to say how the boy got access to the firearm or who owns the weapon. One parent of a child in the school reacted angrily in an interview by WTKR, saying, "You've got a beautiful country. You've got beautiful people. What's the problem? Firearms, weapons? What does a 7-year-old have a weapon? Or how does a 7-year-old have a weapon?" That's what angers me. I'm only here because my husband's in the military. Otherwise, I would not have chosen to come to this country. End quote. And when I read this, y'all, I'm like, well, she ain't telling no lies. I mean, hey, in other words, she said, America, y'all, it's a beautiful country. America has beautiful people. So what's the problem, America? Weapons? How does a 7-year-old have a weapon? That's what angers this lady who came to this country with her husband that is in the military. And she is like, hey, if I didn't have the choice to come here, or if my husband wasn't stationed here to do his job, I would not be coming to this country. Because the recklessness of the weaponry use, or the weapon use, is at an all-time high. Okay, and there just need to be better training and better precautions when it comes to handling these devices. Okay, because we want to live. Dang it. Furthermore, into our article, it says Virginia law doesn't allow the 6-year-olds to be tried as adults. In addition, a 6-year-old is too young to be committed to the custody of the Department of Juvenile Justice if found guilty. A juvenile judge would have authority, though, to revoke a parent's custody and place a child under purview of the Department of Social Service. It's really shocking you don't see this happening in the legal system, where you got someone so young intentionally using a weapon against another person, said Todd Stone, a legal analyst for CBS Richmond, Virginia. An affiliate, WTVR, said the child's parents could be charged, but not the worst charge they could face would be a misdemeanor. The parents will be charged with a misdemeanor, which would be a maximum of 12 months in jail. And realistically, it's very fact dependent, Stone said. In other words, the receipts would need to be brought forth. It's very fact checking based in order to do the maximum of 12 months in jail. Mayor Philip Jones wouldn't say where the boy was being held. We are ensuring that he has all the services that he currently needs right now, Jones said in Saturday. And furthermore, down the article, it says experts who study weapon violence said the banging represents an extreme rare occurrence of a young child bringing a weapon into the school and wounding a teacher. It's very rare. That is not something legal. The legal system is really designed or positioned to deal with. Well, it sounds like y'all need to get the ball rolling, because this is a scenario of a just in case matter. All right, said researcher David Reedman, founder of the database that tracks the U.S. School bangings dated back in the 1970s. He says Saturday he's only aware of the 3 other bangings caused by 6-year-old students in the time period he studied. Those include the fatal bangings of a fellow student in 2020 in Michigan, and the bangings that occurred in other students in 2011 in Texas and in 2021 in Mississippi. Redmond said he only knows one of the other instances of a student younger than that causing a banging at a school in which a 5-year-old student brought a weapon to a Tennessee school in 2013 and accidentally discharged it. No one was injured in that case. Newport News is a city of about 85,000 people in southeastern Virginia, known for its shipyard, which builds the nation's aircrafts, carriers, and other Navy vessels. Red Neck has about 550 students in kindergarten through 5th grade, according to the Virginia Department of Education website. Jones said there will be no classes at the school Monday and Tuesday, so basically today and tomorrow, which I'm recording this on the 9th as we speak. So with that being said, that is the end of the article. Feel free to leave your comments down below on what you think about this incident. This is very, very disturbing at its highest. Okay, and we got to be able to lock up our weapons at all costs. And of course, we definitely need to have better conflict resolutions in regards to what is happening at the schools and what is happening at home, so our kids won't be in the rage to where they want to harm somebody. So we just gotta really crack down as a whole, to be able to not only hold ourselves accountable, but also hold our kids accountable for their actions, and let them know that whatever decision that you're making, it can determine your future. So pick and choose your battles wisely. Don't be afraid to talk to an adult, talk to your parent, talk to anyone who is willing to listen and hear you out, so you can be able to calm down in the midst of an argument or an altercation. because violence is not the way to go. We all want to live. We all want to live in the good old age of the 80s, between the 80s, 90s, and the hundreds. Okay? We all want to be able to reach to that point. But it starts where we need to really crack down on any and everything possible so we can be able to continue to live longer and have some better conflict resolutions, and also crack down on the security and the safety, and also the access of the weaponry. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna leave y'all to this. Like I said, feel free to leave your comments, your thoughts down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell, and don't forget to press all if you haven't done so already. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.